Alright, in today's video, in today's lecture, we are going to discuss about map animation that is very basic level, but it's very important if you want to move toward advanced level of motion graphic. In front of you, if I need to navigate or point out or define a relation between South America to Atlantic Ocean and then Africa, so I draw a line, like I animate a line as you see. Okay, so let's start. First of all, we are discussed about how we draw a line. As I already explained or said, this is beginner series. First I tell you how you animate a line with dashes, without dashes, with the help of trim path or with the help of stroke effect. Okay, so first we discussed about this, how we create this type of effect like in front of you. Okay, and after that we will see how to animate this as I already showed you, and then we move here. I created with the help of stroke effect. So let's start with the first scene, that is this. Okay, how I do this, because moving with this scene is the reason behind this, because you need to know how to animate a line before going or before jump toward the map animation. So first of all, you already know we need to create a composition. So I create by clicking here and then give it a name. After that you can use any preset you want. For this time I go with this, and then my frame rate is already here. So here the duration, if you want to change the background so you can choose, otherwise we go this. So I create OK and create a composition. I created this composition and that is here. First of all need to right click here and then new and solid. We create a solid, any color you want to add you can. So I go with white and then OK. After that right click, new, and then text. You can create text layer here as well by clicking here. So here I write any text you want to animate, like okay, M-A-R, Maria. And if you don't subscribe the channel yet, please make sure to subscribe. That's helped me a lot. After that, as I already explained, here this is the, if you see, it's the anchor point. So it's not centralized. For centralize we need to go here. Okay, pan behind tool, press Ctrl and then double click, so it's centralized. After that let's move, okay, the selection tool, and then here we will centralize. After that, I already explained in my previous video, we can animate text with the help of effect and preset. So here we can use any text preset we want. For this time I go with straight in by word, and then just click and then drag into our text layer. So if we draw, like you see, the animation is applied. Okay, we will adjust the speed by clicking U, as you see. So you can adjust. So as you see, the speed is increased. After that, let's see how we draw a line. I select pen tool without selecting any layer, as you see. Me here, okay, then I click here and then okay, simply I created a line. So you can adjust its handle after, okay, as you way, but this time I am okay with this, and then deselect it, click here, because I don't need fill for this. Here it's nothing, so I need stroke. Let's change stroke color, like I changed with black. This one is our line, so you can change the stroke size here and under the effect panel as well, also the color. After that need to click here and then content, shape, and then here stroke. We have a lot of properties, let me explain one by one. So here we can adjust the opacity, okay, as in front of you, and we can change the color. As I already said, you can change here and as well in the effect panel, that is this one. You can change any color you want. As you see, it's changed, but I go with black. And after that we will adjust the stroke width, okay, as you see, but we need 12 is okay. And then here is line cap, so let me zoom in so you will see what they happened. But if I adjust this round, so it's happened here. Okay, let me show you again, as you see. Okay, so you can adjust any you want. I just want to explain for the dashes here. Okay, the line is converted into dashes. We can add more dashes, even we can remove by minus. Okay, it's removed. Or also we can adjust the size, as you see. And for offset, we animate any direction we need to animate. So for this time I just let me give it 0. So you can easily apply offset animation by clicking here and adding the keyframe. Here's the dashes. I don't need dashes for this. Okay, so another thing is taper effect. Taper effect will allow me to taper that line, like you see here. If I start length, so you see it's taper our line, and if I need to end length, so it's adjust our end length, as you see. Okay, you can adjust any way you want. This is the taper effect I applied, and after that I need to animate from here to here. For that I need to click here add, and then animate is trim paths. So I added the trim paths, and then here I adjusted, okay, 0, and add the animation effect, and then here I added 100%. okay, so let me add here. So you see its the movement is not very smooth, as you see. So we can adjust its movement by clicking right click, okay, select both and then right click, keyframe assistant, then easy ease, and the shortcut is F9. Now it's smooth a lot, so we can adjust the, okay, let me adjust the text animation, like this is here. So we will adjust like here, that is okay, and then move here. Let's see the movement. The another thing I can do with those select, okay, like both select, and then click here graph editor. Here we have speed graph. If there is an other type of graph, so you can easily adjust by clicking here edit speed graph. Maybe you have edit value graph, you can adjust it by clicking here and then edit speed graph. So I will adjust the speed graph. For this area we can make adjustment to speed ramping, like basically making it start slower and then faster as it goes, like clicking here and then adjust. Okay, so it starts slow and then faster and then again little bit of slow. You can adjust it, okay, and then you see it's change our speed. After that we can adjust offset, so add animation and then the offset, like here we just need this. Now it's offset and then animate. That need to select both, then right click, keyframe assistant, easy ease, okay, and then we need to click here graph editor, then click here and select this handle, adjust the speed as you want and check, okay. So that is very much okay. Now I need the composition whenever animation end, with at the same time our composition ends, so I need to click N, that is shortcut for the work area end, and then right click trim comb to work area. And congratulations, you learned how you can create the animation with the help of trim path. That is very important concept. So you see, okay, now let's move toward next animation. Like for this, first of all, as you already know, we need to create a new composition. For now I need to right click and then new composition, give it any name you want to give, then you can change the percent, duration, etc, but I am okay with all of that. Then I just simply click OK. I already explained how you can animate the line with help of trim path. For now, like this composition is created, I need a map picture. So for that I have, like I already imported in media, so like I just click and drag here and then adjust with the help of selection tool. If you don't want to deform your picture, so simply press shift. So now it's zoom in but not deform. Now, like what the animation in my head is, I need to define the relation like South America to Atlantic Ocean and then Africa. Let's add some black and white effect. So for that, simply click on effect and preset, then search for tint and drag it here. Effect that is white, black and white. You can adjust always like a more black. I think it's okay, nothing need to adjust. You can add more enhancement in this picture with the help of curve, like the color balance. So for this need to search effect and preset curve. I searched and simply click and drag onto this composition, and then we can add blackish effect, as you see. For this I am okay. Now after that I need to create a line that is connected with all of three. For that nothing need to select here. Simply click here the pen tool, then draw a line. Like I need to start here and then it's connect with ocean, Atlantic Ocean, and then it's move toward Africa. Okay, so the line is draw, but for this I don't need to have the fill. Let's remove the fill by clicking here and then select none. Okay, so yes, I need to have the stroke effect. For that I need to click a white or any color you need, like this, and then okay. Here we have our stroke. So as I already explained all the properties, simply need to click here shape, then content, after that again shape, stroke. Here we have opacity, stroke width, dashes, taper, etc. So we will adjust, but for this, like I need to have the dashes for this line, so let's add dashes. It's something like this. We will adjust its stroke width, like I think it's okay. Adjust this one as well, like the dashes gap, so I think it's okay. And we can also animate the offset. Okay, let's add this here, and then one is last, so I add this type of effect. So let's see. Now we need to add the trim path, so for that simply click here, then trim path, and then here let's add trim path. The end is 0 and the other is 100. So now let's see. Okay, it's animate. Let's adjust the speed. So for that I think here is okay. Now let's see. So now as you know, we need to have circle pop up like when it start. So for that again you need to make sure there is nothing selected. After that click here and then ellipse tool. So again let's create a circle by pressing shift. For the perfect circle we need to press shift. After that I need to have fill, that is white. Okay, but I don't need stroke, so none, and then okay. So let's see, here the line started, like it's pop up here. For pop up I need to play with its scale property. Again one thing, make sure it's the anchor point, like here is not centralized. So you already know we need to click here control and then double click on this pen behind tool, so our anchor point centralized. After that let's select S for scale, then here we need to have 0. We add an animation. After that I think here let's add 100%, so it's pop up. As you see, once it's popped up then it's moved next. You can easy ease, add easy ease, so simply right click, then it's keyframe assistant, easy ease, so it's pop up. After that we need to have pop up here as well. Okay, once it's approach here we need to have a circle pop up here as well. For that simply we can create new one layer as a shape layer for the circle, but also we can duplicate this. For the duplicate we have the shortcut, that is Control D. So once I press Control D, at the same time we have a copy of this layer. So once we press U and then we select both keyframe also, and here is okay. So after that let's move here. Okay, that's good, and then let's adjust it as well. So okay, now see, so we will adjust any way we want, like there is the perfect position. Now it's pop up, then the line is appeared. So after that we need to have the pop-up effect here. So for that again we can create a new layer as a shape layer for the circle, but we can duplicate here and then change the position of keyframe. So simply Control D, then it's duplicate, then press U. So we will select this and then here. Okay, simply click and drag at the last. Again one important thing, like for this let's press U. So we have this, let's frame assistant, then easy ease. So after that, let's use its graph, and then we need to click here, and then we will adjust the line animation, the movement of line animation, as you see. Okay, that's good. I think it's end here. So after that, I need just composition here, so I need to press N for the work area end, and then after that right click, trim the work area with this. It's pop up and then line appear. Okay, so here, and then it's here. So now that is pretty much okay. So you can adjust the dashes as well, yes, but if you want, so let's adjust the dashes. Okay, so I think that is pretty much okay. But if you don't need to have the dashes, so you simply need to click here, then the dashes is disappear, like as you see. Okay, simple line without dashes, and that's connect with one point to another, and then another. So after that, let's see how we add glow. So we simply need to have this glow effect onto our layer, as I added. If I down the value of glow threshold, then you see it's appear like something. If I add the glow radius, so it's something like this. The radius is above. Now we have the glow effect on above our shape layer. After that, we will copy this effect and paste above all of the circle, like the 3 circles. Simply click here and then Control C. Again click here, then Control V. Again above layer, then Control V, and similar the above, then Control V. So now we have the glow effect above, as you see. Okay, now you learn how you can draw the line animation on the map, so that is very helpful for you. After that, let's see how we can draw the same line effect with the help of stroke effect. That's why let's see how we can create the same line animation with the help of stroke. So let's create again a new composition, as you already know. So simply right click, then I simply rename it with the tree. So now we have this. After that, we need to have a picture, like already have. So I simply drag and drop into our composition. You can adjust it by selecting the selection tool, and if you don't want to deform, so you simply shift and then press OK. So it's already fit into our composition. Line animation on the map, but it's a little bit of different method that is very helpful, and we will use in of our a lot of upcoming video in a lot of advanced tutorial. So let's start. Simply need to right click, then new, after that solid, any color you want. Like this time I am okay with white, then here. So you can give it any name if you want to rename, and then make sure it's appeared here. Like need to make sure the stroke, the solid is selected, and then after that we need to click here and select the pen tool. So let's start like here. Okay, we will add the animation. So I just roughly add the path in front of you. So simply click here. So we need to have this, we need to have stroke. So simply click and drag onto this layer. Here we have some properties. If we have more than one mask, so we need to click all masks. If we have just one, then okay. So like you need to make sure our mask, like here mask 1 is selected. Okay, so we selected our mask 1. After that, the another thing, an original image to on transparent, as you see. So now we have on transparent, and then we will adjust the brush size here. Like you see, the brush size is appeared. Okay, so after that, we will change our color, any color we want. For this, for example, I go with blue one. So you see it's the blue, but we will go with any blue. Okay, the brush hardness, like if we press hardness, so it's add the hardness of our brush. So if I drag down, so it's add little bit of softness in our line, as you see. Maybe you notice, like it's the softener. Let's add the animation. Simply effect, we need to right click here and then 0. or after some point. For example, here I need to animate and then add 100%. So now you see we animate the line. After that, if you need to have an other mask animate at the same time, let me show you what I mean. So simply if I like duplicate, control D here and then right click here, okay, mask. Then if I deleted the mask, this mask, and simply add new mask, okay. So here, so we will adjust after that as well. For example, this, okay, we will add mask 1 as you see, and then after that we will add a new mask, that is this, and another one is, okay, now another one is this two, this. Now we need to select all mask, okay, and then we will adjust. Like you see, it's animate. So if you notice, it's animate these three line. Once it's completed one and then completed another, like as you see, and then once it's done here, like first done this, okay, this mask, and after that created this. It's one by one. So if you need one by one, like if one line animation is completed and then move toward another, so that is okay. But if you need all three at the same time, so you need to click here stock sequentially and uncheck. Once we uncheck, now you notice that three of these three masks like we draw appeared at the same time as you see, okay. So after that, another one thing, you want a line behind any object, you can do easily. Like for this, duplicate this picture, okay, control D, then above. So again, once it's selected, we need to select here, then we need to draw a mask. Now you see it's appeared, like let me show you. Now you see, like let me adjust it more. So now you see it's cut this part. Like if we show something like the bridge type or any other, it maybe look like there is beneath any other object, so we can do with masking. That is very easy, very helpful, and very important concept that we discussed in this video. That's all the social link in the description. Make sure to support. Thank you so much for watching.